What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix and welcome to the 5 fastest thieving methods in Old School based on their XP per hour. This video is part of a series called Fastest Skill XP in Old School, where I show the fastest viable training methods for every skill. The methods I'm showing in this video only produce these high XP rates with a high level, and the XP rates that I'm showing are the maximum XP rates at max efficiency. But these methods are still the best methods in the game to train with at high-ish levels. So this video can be used as a bit of a guide to understand which methods are best. This can help to make your thieving training more enjoyable by being able to cycle through different methods and change up your training. In this video, I'll be giving a small explanation of how the methods are done and explaining the benefits of each one. Firstly, there's a method very worth mentioning that doesn't give an incredible XP rate, but in the grand scheme of things, it's one of the fastest on this list. The method is underwater thieving and agility, located in the shipwreck area underwater on Fossil Island. To be able to do this minigame, you need to have completed the Bon Voyage quest to access Fossil Island, and it's recommended to have at least 70 thieving and agility to get decent XP. The underwater minigame is similar to the Brimhaven agility course, where you need to make your way to certain checkpoints, except after reaching the checkpoint, you need to thieve from the clam to obtain mermaid and glistening tears. Mermaid tears can be used to buy fossils, seaweed spores, or the merfolk trident. Glistening tears are used to exchange for experience because the minigame itself doesn't give a lot of XP. You can exchange these tears for either agility, thieving, or a combination of both experience. With level 99 thieving and agility, you can expect 60k agility XP per hour, 210k thieving XP per hour, or 38k agility and 145k thieving if you pick both. So it's best to use your tiers on both because you get more XP per tier, and that's the same for every level. These XP rates may not seem that extraordinary, but let's say you did 1 hour of thieving at Ardy Nights and got 250k XP, and 1 hour of agility at the ARDOUGNE rooftop course and got 60k XP. Well, if you did 2 hours of underwater thieving instead, you'd have 290k thieving and 76k agility, which is considerably more XP per hour than those methods. The second method of this video, and the 4th fastest thieving method in the game, is thieving from the rich DORGESH-KAAN chests. It requires level 78 thieving and a lockpick to be able to steal from them, and you also need to have done the Death to the DORGESH-KAAN quest to be able to enter DORGESH-KAAN. You get 650 XP per thieve, and you get a range of random loot, but none of them are worth a lot. There's 2 viable locations to steal from the chests. The first one is in the northwestern part on the 2nd floor of DORGESH-KAAN, where there's 2 chests right next to each other. And there's also 2 chests next to each other on the 3rd floor in the northeastern part of the city. The method is pretty straightforward. You loot both of the chests in the room and then hop world. It's very useful to use the Rune-like client because if you go to the World Hopper plugin, you can set up hotkeys to quickly hop to the next world. Unlocked at level 55 thieving is ARDOUGNE Nights, and it's the most common way for players to train to 99 thieving due to its simplicity and lack of focus. At 99 thieving, it's possible to get upwards of 250k XP per hour, but when you unlock them at level 55, you can only max out at around 80k per hour because your fail rate is so high. With the medium ARDOUGNE Diary, which gives a 10% better chance of success when thieving, it means you stop getting caught completely at level 95 thieving, meaning you can constantly thieve without interruption. For the greatest XP rates, it's best to go where there's a player splashing the knight at the ARDOUGNE bank, and this is because it allows for very convenient banking, and the knight never moves, making it a very easy method to do. To find someone splashing at the bank, you can join the Thieving Host clan chat to find the world, and for Australians, you can go to world 390 and there's usually someone here splashing. The 3rd fastest method in the game, and the fastest method that requires the least amount of attention, is the TZHAAR-HURS in the TZHAAR City. The next 2 methods after this method require your full attention and focus, so this one's the best one if you don't want to be too focused. TZHAAR-HURS require level 90 Thieving to steal from, and you can get up to 260k Thieving XP per hour at max efficiency. Thieving these gives TZHAAR and uncut gems up to diamond, and on average you can make around 600k coins per hour from this method if you use the TZHAAR that you get to buy onyxes. When doing this method, you need to be wearing ice gloves, and thieving without ice gloves will damage you by 4 every time you pickpocket. To get the maximum XP rates, you need to lure the TZHAAR-HURS into the safe spot so that it doesn't move and you don't need to move the mouse. To get it into the safe spot, you need to use a dragon spear to push it into this crevice in the wall, and from there, it will be stuck there forever until it dies. This means you only need to do this lure once per week because it resets when the game updates. Unlocked at 65 Thieving is Blackjacking Menophyte Thugs, and at 99 Thieving, this is the second fastest method in the game. However, at level 90 Thieving, this is actually faster than the next method that I'm going to show. To be able to blackjack in the first place, you need to have completed the Feud quest, and at 99 Thieving, you can reach a max XP rate of 270k XP per hour. The method is quite simple, but it's probably the most click-intensive method on this list. You firstly trap a Menophyte Thug into one of the rooms, which can be done using the lure option when you right click them. Then once they're in the room, you knock them out, and while they're knocked out, you pickpocket them twice. Along with intensive clicking, you also need very precise clicks, which makes it not a very enjoyable method to do because you can't play on an alt or watch movies on the side. Just so you know, every type of blackjack gives an identical chance of knocking out the thugs. For example, using a willow blackjack instead of an oak one will not improve your chance of knocking them out. The only difference with these blackjacks is that the higher tier ones give slightly better attack bonuses. Now, the fastest thieving XP method in the game is Pyramid Plunder, and it's only the fastest above 91 Thieving. To partake in Pyramid Plunder, you need to have at least 21 Thieving to enter the first room, but having at least 71 is recommended to get good XP. The minigame is pretty straightforward. There are 8 floors, and each floor has the same mechanics. You firstly navigate past the spear wall at the entry, then you loot and search all of the urns and chests in the room. To get the max XP rate though, you need to run through all of the rooms up until room 6, completely avoiding all of the chests and urns. In room 6, you can loot the center chest for 300 XP, then move on to room 7 and search every urn and chest and repeat the same for room 8. When doing this, there's a number of gaps where you don't gain much thieving XP since you're moving on to the next room, but the huge amount of XP that you get for each urn in room 7 and 8 boosts your overall hourly XP rate higher than any other method in the game to up to 275k XP per hour. So overall, these are the 5 fastest thieving methods. There's Underwater Thieving, DORGESH-KAAN Rich Chests, the ARDOUGNE Night, TZHAAR-HURS in the TZHAAR City, Blackjacking Menophytes, and Pyramid Plunder is the fastest in the game. A huge thank you to Thurco for providing some information and knowledge about these methods. If you want to check him out, a link to his channel is in the description. This week, you can save 20% off any poster on my merch store by using the coupon code ATRIX. There's currently 4 poster designs in stock: the Vorkath design, Olm design, Magic, and Firecape design. So if you want to save 20%, you can use the coupon code ATRIX, which will expire next Tuesday. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more old school RuneScape content. Thanks for watching.